bring you in to show you what exactly it is. This post. They cut this post too short. So when you thread the screw all the way in, it binds. I brought in this French horn, and the string keeps breaking. And what's going on, let's see if I can adjust this a little better. Okay, so what's going on is it's breaking under this screw, under the stop arm screw. And as they said, it's been an ongoing issue. When we look at how these holes are here, don't know if you can hear that. It's not smooth. There are metal burrs on it from where it was drilled at the factory. I'll try to make this louder. Okay. These levers should move freely. Okay. But this one, it does not. So this is wrong. So we're going to have to take care of this as well. Okay, so let's get started. So we can take a little solder scraper and go in and just cut out that burr. And so just from that, you can hear how smooth it is now, or how much smoother it is. This piece is a rough cast, not polished at all. Okay, and then let's back the stop arm screw out. Now this is pretty interesting. It's a new Conn 8D. It's a couple of years old. So the stop arm and the screw are all one piece. I don't just see anything on the screw head itself, but just drag the scraper around the inside. You know what? I may dress this with a file. So my plan is to just touch the file right at this lip. It won't take much, just a couple little spins. That's it. And you can see how much cleaner this edge is now. Okay, so we'll get this stop arm and screw reinstalled. Leave that out a little bit. Okay, now we need to address why this guy is bound up. That is going to require us to come down from the top so we can get to this lever right here. Okay, it goes to very loose very fast. All right. So that guy is now doing what it's supposed to do. I'm betting this is a shouldered screw, and it looks like a piece of hinge tube material. That's the screw. Yep. And then there's the lever, and then we've got this portion that it is supposed to ride on. And what's happening is that the screw, we don't have quite enough protrusion. We're going to get all this pulled off, this old string. Okay, those bits are gone. So this What's happening is that the screw is not quite long enough, and the shoulder that they put on the lever is not thick enough. That's real hard for me to get you in there to see that, but it does not expose itself. This post does not expose itself enough for the screw to tighten down and it not bind. So we're going to file a little bit at this mount and see if we can get a little clearance. Okay. Put a touch of a file. I'm running a pretty coarse file first so I can go ahead and remove some material. Now I'm going to start polishing that back with this other series of files. It only needs to be a small, tiny amount. And extra fine. Blends that right back in. Now we'll make a check on the horn. And what I'm looking for here is a touch of exposure. Just a little bit more. These are labeled as coarse, medium, fine, and extra fine. They come in a set of 4. I use these all the time. Have for years. It just needs a couple of hundredths probably taken off. It's not much. It's just the way that some of the things are manufactured now. So we have to overcome, make sure that we don't have any burrs in there. Let's check it again. Bring you in to show you what exactly it is. This post. They cut this post too short. So this key that should set on there, it doesn't have any daylight. So when you thread the screw all the way in, it binds. So we need to relieve enough of this part. We need to relieve enough of this so that this is exposed so we can tighten the screw down and it will move freely. That's what we're doing. And I just realized as I was showing you that I actually have to file it back this way a little bit more for the swing. So I'm going to have to do a little more area than what I originally thought. And of course, it goes without saying to keep everything flat. That's why I'm using 2 hands, making sure I have full contact, keep everything flat. Cut out my burrs. So there it is. Now I'm going to make my test fit again. I have just a hint. That's all I need. Perfect. I think perfect. Snug that down. And let's see what we got. I'm not in love with it. You see, that still binds. It still needs to come more. I don't want it to have any lost motion, but not enough. I've got to do that process again. And that's just the way it is sometimes. You may have to do something 2, 3, 4 times. With the modern horns, this modern way we're manufacturing, the places where they're cutting corners, this is part of it. All right, but I'm not going to old man rant on that. We're just going to fix the thing. Okay, back. I spared you from having to watch that slow process again. We may have to do it again. But it's important that you don't just get carried away and cut it too deep, because then you're going to introduce all kinds of slop. The player is not going to like that. So you have to be patient. And if you have to take it back off and redo it, then you take it back off and redo it. So I've got to go a little bit more. It's better, but I really want it to have that free swing like these have. So got to take it off and do it again. And I'll save you from having to watch that again. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back again. Let's do it. Now, you could ask, well, what about the diameter of that hole? Maybe that's too small or that's too tight rotating. Well, could be, but we kind of disregard that, or that kind of goes out of the equation, because when we loosen the screw, it would swing freely. So I don't feel like that's the thing. That's why I haven't focused on that. Okay, tighten our screw. There we go. That's it. That's what we were trying to accomplish. Now the other thing we want to check is that the screw itself does not turn with that lever. So I've got that good and staked down. This is what we're looking at. That's what we want it to do. And then we want to check to see that we don't have any slop from that. So that is good. The last thing we'll do is restring it. One last thing I'll share with you, once you have it, to set where you want your thumb on this. Now you have, of course, you have the adjustable trigger, but where you want this to lay so that everything is angled up, I typically set my length first on this style, particularly on this. I don't make my stop arm connection screw as tight. I don't dead tighten it yet. I get it where I want it, where it feels good in my hand. The throw is good. So right now I'm just snug. Now I come back to the length setter. I loosen the length setter, pull the string to where it's taut, and I don't have any lost motion. And then I tighten it back down. I stop when it's tight, and you don't have to just keep cranking like you're trying to break the head of the screw off. And the last thing I like to do is to thread my string underneath so it tucks out of the way. I like that look better than I like this loose look. There we go. Everything is moving as it should. I'm going to put some bearing and linkage oil on my hinge rod. Make sure it's snug down. So what should have been a very straightforward, simple repair of removing a couple of burrs turned out to be a lot more involved. And that's just the way things are now. That's where we're at. So it didn't take as long as it could have, but probably took longer than I was expecting, right? So anyway, on a modern Conn 8D French horn, that's how you repair a trigger system. Thanks, everybody. This is Wes Lee, signing out.